Okay, so this is the video for the population estimation. I have macaroni noodles in a shoebox like thing. So 4 to 6 large handfuls. And I'm gonna estimate like, I'm gonna say 125. Write that down, and then pick out, so do that, so you then get a large handful out, and then count those out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 44. Okay, so there's 44, and then I have to mark these. So then I'm gonna do, have a Sharpie. I'm gonna do like a line down them. So there's one line. Okay, so continuing that, I marked all 44 beans, and then it says to release them back into the population, so they're all in there. And then shake the box well. Okay, so then pour those out. And now I have to count how many have the line. So I'm gonna put that on pause again. Okay, so I pulled out 11, and I pulled out 58 total noodles. I use the evaluation above to calculate. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on pause while I calculate this. Okay, so doing the calculation and getting that estimate is 232. Now I have to actually count the number of beans in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so there's 219 beans. There's 219 beans in there, or noodles. What was your estimate using the ratio closer than? Yes. So it was actually closer than what I thought by a pretty large amount. How could you increase the accuracy of your estimate? I think take into consideration how much space this takes up. It looks small, but into a small container, it's actually like evens out, and it makes it, you end up counting, you're thinking in your brain that there's not that many in there, but there is that many in there. What species of animal would you do this would this technique work well on? What species of animals would this technique not work on? So I think it would work really good on, you could say, like, I know the video said deer. You could do doves. You could do, because I could do like in a dove field. So like in my pasture, I have a dove field. I could honestly count how many I see in there and get an estimate the amount. I don't think it would work well on like fish, just because you can't see how many are in there, and it wouldn't work well on I would say I would think it would work well on freshwater fish, but I don't think it would work really well on fresh or like saltwater. And then, could you think of a better way to estimate the number of beans in the box? No, not really. Honestly, that estimate came out really close to the actual number of beans, and I don't think I could come up with something more very, very small incorrection, I guess. There's another word for that. But I don't think I could personally come up with another way of counting how many beans are in that box that accurately.